Dick Grayson and Jason Todd have a rather interesting relationship. I mean, one is the adopted son of Bruce Wayne and the other is the adopted son of Bruce Wayne. One became Nightwing, a hero to follow in his father's footsteps, and the other became the Red Hood after his father failed to save him. But you know what they've never really truly gotten to do? And that is be brothers, work together on a common goal. Well, in this annual, which takes place out of the Red Hood continuity, we do get to see a little bit of that, and we get to see how Nightwing interacts with the Red Hood and the Outlaws team, from Bizarro to Artemis to Red Hood. It truly was an interesting annual issue, and honestly, it was one of my favorite ones, and it was a good way to look at the Bat family on the outside. I hope you guys enjoy, and very soon we'll be continuing the normal Red Hood and the Outlaws series. Our story begins in the middle of the Baltic Sea as the captain of the ship says that he's not too comfortable just floating around out here. Dimitri tells the captain that he comes from a wealthy and powerful family, and this is why his humiliation at the hands of the Red Hood cannot stand. They are here to spend as much money as they need to hire the Beast so that he can. The captain stops him. Who? We're here to get the Beast? I'm turning this boat around right now. Dimitri pulls out his gun, telling him, "You will do no such thing." And the captain shouts, "Go ahead and shoot me! It would be a mercy compared to this." Dimitri looks at him again. "The Beast worked for my grandfather. We're practically family. All I'm here to do is talk." Suddenly, explosions begin to go off all across the boat, and bullets fly into every standing person. Through the flames, a man walks out, and Dimitri begs the man, please don't kill him. Beast looks down at him and he says, "You wanted to talk, so talk." Meanwhile, over in Gotham, Dick Grayson sits in the stands of a circus asking himself, what did Jason get himself into? The ringmaster welcomes everyone to the spectacular show of the World Circus of Russia. With them tonight is the masked marksman with his aim true, and the amazing Amazon as well as the Man of Might. An hour later, in the tents, Dick Grayson is knocking on a trailer when a voice shouts, "It am unlocked." Dick walks in to find Jason, Artemis, and Bizarro in their trailer making dinner for the night. Jason says that it looks like he got the message, and Bizarro tells everyone, "Beans am good." Dick says not exactly. He got a text with a longitude and a latitude and a trailer number, so he's here. But sure, they'll go with he got a message. As the boys sit, Bizarro serves Dick a bowl of beans. And Dick then asks, "I would really like to know why I'm even here." Artemis asks Jason, did he really just come here without telling him what's going on? And Jason says what? And give him a chance to say no way? No way. But in any case, we're here to deal with the Russians. They're mad for no particular reason, and I can't think of anything else to do other than tell them to get the hell out of Gotham. A week ago, the Russians showed up, but they didn't attack, so I tailed them to the circus, which is why we're here now. And Dick tells him, right. So why am I here exactly? Jason scratches his head, telling himself to just come out with it. Tell him about how Dick Grayson used to be his hero when he was younger, watching him perform, being so free and happy. Jason stutters and instead says, well, since we're at the circus, and Nightwing loves the circus, Dick gets up stretching, telling him, that's my cue. It's great to see you. If the outlaw thing doesn't pan out, maybe you can have a future in the center ring. Jason grumbles, muttering, fine. I could use another set of eyes on this. These are your kind of people, and I figured that I could use some help. Dick looks at him. I can get the Titans to help, so... Artemis steps between them, stating, by the seven beards, I've never had a brother, so I don't understand what you two are doing, but clearly everyone wants to work together. Maybe one or both of you can grow the hell up? Dick asks, is she always this forward? And Jason says, yeah, sometimes too forward. Suddenly there's a knock at the door and the ringmaster shouts that they know the rules, no visitors. Jason tells him that he's not a visitor, they're practically brothers. They worked together before, which is why he thought he'd be perfect to headline the circus tomorrow night. Jason pulls out a clown costume and he says that he would like to present Flippy Flop, the acrobatic clown. And Dick sighs, telling him, yeah, that's me all right. As the night goes on, all of the performers gather to share stories when Dick says that it's probably time for him to get some sleep. Artemis tells him that she's sorry to see him go. So they walk back to the trailer, and Dick bends down, telling her, how could he refuse? As the two walk off, Jason mimics them, stating, maybe you can help me count my muscles, only if you help me count mine. Could they be more obvious? But as he talks to Bizarro, Bizarro doesn't respond, and Jason sees that he's staring at a woman with a bandana playing the violin. Jason punches Bizarro, telling him, just go over and say hi. You represent the Outlaws. That's an order. Bizarro gets up, but he says, if it's an order. Back with Dick and Artemis, Dick asks her if her and Jason are, together. And she asks, her and Jason? Anyone and Jason? Goddess, that is too funny. She sits down at the step of the trailer, stating that if they really are like brothers, how are they both orphans? And Dick tells her, well, they're not really, they just shared a father. Back at the bonfire, Bizarro sits next to the woman playing, and she asks if he's here to make fun of her too. Do the others put him up to this? And he asks, "Put me where?" And the woman says that she's sorry, even at the circus, people can be cruel if you're different. Bizarro then asks, "Different and bad? To who?" And the woman tells him that that is so sweet. She reaches back to undo the bandana, and she asks if he's gonna promise not to laugh, and Bizarro tells her, "Promise." She pulls down the bandana and says that her name is Angelique, and yes, she was born with the beard. Bizarro tells her, My name is Bizarro. You are most beautiful woman me am ever seen." And without even saying a word, she grabs Bizarro and kisses him. As Jason watches, another man speaks up and tells Jason that he's a good friend. Angelique is his daughter, and she's had a bit of a difficult life. Jason then says, "Welcome to the club, right?" And the man laughs. He gets up and he tells Jason that he has some extra work for him and the others. Work that doesn't include the big top, so stop by tomorrow while the new guy is performing. The next night, during Dick's performance, Jason and the others head over to where they want to meet, and they see a group of men surrounding a hole filled with water. The man tells them that this is a bigger job than anyone realized, but down there, remember to take a deep breath. The three jump in and they follow the path until they reach a room. And as they get out of the water, Bizarro asks, "Who am?" And Jason tells him that he's a little less concerned about who right now, and more about the what. The room is filled with government munitions, and the man standing there tells him that they act as if they've never known a government to hide things near the heart of a city. Jason says that it looks like KG Beast isn't very surprised to see them, and Beast looks back and says, "Beast now. Of course I was expecting you. It's much easier to let you come to me than going to look for you to kill." Artemis tells him that doesn't explain what he's doing here among all of these weapons. And Beast says that he took this contract. He learned of a renegade U.S. Army battalion dedicated to destroying Batman. While they were defeated, they apparently left a secret armory behind. He reaches down picking up a weapon and he says, "Take this one for example. It could stop a rampaging rhino. Or perhaps even a Bizarro." Bizarro shouts, "Me am not afraid of!" And Beast pulls the trigger with a beam shooting, knocking him away. Artemis calls upon her axe and she slices through the barrel of the gun, and Jason follows up, firing as the Beast pushes her back. The three jump on and struggle with the Beast, but before they can stop him, Beast launches his gun hand, causing it to explode, blasting everyone away. Artemis then jumps back into the fight, asking if he really believes that his training is a match for an Amazon, and he takes out a knife, slashing at the sword, telling her, "Absolutely." Jason fires again, trying to help Artemis, but as he does, Beast holds back Artemis and steps on Jason's head. And as Beast sees his hand freeze, he then asks if this is the work of their Superman facsimile. He takes his frozen arm and he punches it down on Jason's head, shattering the ice, and then he breaks Artemis's guard, throwing his blade, hitting Bizarro in the head. He walks over, attaching his gun hand back, telling them, "It's interesting. You call yourselves the Outlaws, but you're doing good. Fortunate for you, I shall grant you the honor of a quick death." And that's when Dick Grayson jumps on Beast's shoulders, asking, "Do I get a vote? Because I'm gonna go on the side that there are no deaths, including yours." Beast says, "Every time I come back to the city, I forget how much I truly hate this place." He then grabs Dick, throwing him, and before hitting the ground, Dick reaches out, grabbing Bizarro's arm, swinging back to allow both him and Jason to land with hard-hitting punches. The Beast stumbles back, and then he starts to get back up, and Jason says, "Honestly, I was kinda hoping that would take him out." Just as they prepare to attack again, Artemis and Bizarro leap through, beating Beast into the ground. And Dick says, "All right, that did it." And Jason tells him, "Of course, we wore him out for you guys though." Bizarro says, "Right." And Artemis tells him that even Bizarro is not falling for that one. A short while later, as the police arrive, Dick says that if they want to help, they can go talk to the cops while he speaks with Argus. And Jason tells him, "Yeah, about that. We're supposed to be outlaws and all." And Dick says, "Oh, that's right. It's just you do such good things that I forget that you're one of the bad guys." The two shake hands and Dick says, "It's really nice to see you, and how you're being a better big brother to Bizarro than I was to you, Jason." Jason tells him, "You did okay. You deserve more credit than I could ever give you credit for." Dick then jumps off the ledge, telling him that he's going to assume it's pointless to tell him to stay out of trouble, right? Artemis watches and asks, "He didn't even say goodbye?" And Jason asks, "Missing your boyfriend already?" Artemis laughs, telling her and Nightwing, "Goddess, you are a scream." And Bizarro says, "Bizarro kissed bearded lady more than once." Jason tells him, "That's good. Did you get her number?" And Bizarro tells him, "Yes, 8. And Jason tells him that they're going to talk about this when they get home. And there you have it, just a peek into the relationship of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. It was a lot of fun. It was a quick little video for us to bring you today so that we can try to get some larger projects on the rocks. Don't worry, the next chapter of the actual Red Hood and the Outlaws will be coming out tomorrow or the day after. It's going to be the continuation of what happened to Bizarro at the end of the last episode, where he seemingly died. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, click our Red Hood playlist to find more videos about Red Hood and the Outlaws and Red Hood himself. You can also click the other video to go see other things recommended to you by YouTube, and you can always subscribe because we really do appreciate each and every one of you guys who subscribes to our channel, making us the best channel out there. Yeah, I said it. I got a little bit of a big head, but that's perfectly fine. I'm allowed to have a big head once in a while, right? I'll be humble and bring myself down again later. Anyway, guys, thank you for making this the best channel ever, and I'll see you next time right here.